welcome back to the channel. My name is David. This is my E36, and in this video I'm going to be going through all the things I've done to my car in the past year. So let's get straight into it. Alright, let's start off with the Vaders, because I think that's where I ended my last video. So this set came from California. The seller also had a red E36 coupe, M3 obviously. But these Vaders have been on the top of my wish list for a long time. In my opinion, I think they're one of the best looking OEM seats, at least in the 90s era. Condition wise, the passenger seat is definitely a lot better than the driver's seat. As you can see, it's typical wear and tear because it gets the most use. I paid about 800 USD for the pair. He shipped it over to Niagara Falls, and then I used a cross-border pickup service to bring it over the border for me. My old seats were ripped on the driver's side, and these have much better bolstering. It has a thigh support that comes out. They're manual, black leather, no heated seats unfortunately. I have the heated seat buttons just to fake flex, but they do still light up, but they're not connected. And for anyone watching that's not into BMWs or aren't familiar with E36 M3s, the reason why they're called Vaders is they kind of look like Darth Vader. Bruh. And we also got a Dinan short shifter kit, as well as this leather stitched shift knob. It's weighted. Got it on eBay from a dude in Latvia. I don't know if it's OEM, probably not, but it looks OEM. And the reason why I got this one is I like the classic mushroom shape to this. It's very, I think E30 M Technics had these. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I just love the simplicity of it. I know a lot of people run ZHP knobs, but I feel like it's overplayed. I'm sure it's a great shift knob, but I wanted something a little bit different. So there's this Dinan short shifter. Cleans up the shifts so much better. I'll throw in a clip of my old shifter, and you'll be the judge of how terrible my shifter was. When I put it into first, that's the play that I have in first. Third, fifth, terrible. Like, you could go in circles. Like, is this in neutral? Is this in fifth? What the hell's going on?
Sloppy. Very sloppy.
I also got a brand new phone mount. This is made by ProClipsUSA. And what I love about this is it clips right into the existing trim. You don't need any adhesives or screws. It just stays right in place. And I glued a magnet to it, a Spigen magnet. So my phone mount's right here. My old mount used to be up here, which was okay because it was eye level with the gauges. It was easy to see, but also it was blocking the vent, and it's above the window line, and my windows aren't tinted, so in traffic when you're at a stoplight, everyone can see what you're doing on your phone. This is a much more discreet location for your phone, where it's still visible if you're using navigation, but if it was up here, there's a good chance that a cop might see you use it and then just hand you a hefty ticket. I believe the new fines include demerit points as well. I don't know if your license gets suspended, but you do not want to get caught using your phone while driving. Another big purchase I made in the past year was a brand new sound system. I got 2 new speakers in the front, 2 new speakers in the back, as well as a sub, and this deck as well. This is a Kenwood Exelon unit, Bluetooth only, no CD player. My old system was bad. It did not work. So I would drive around with an AirPod in my ear to listen to my music or take calls. I have no idea how I lasted 5 years without a working sound system, but I finally made the upgrade. Now my car's less of a shitbox. And my sub is right here where my spare tire used to be. So I still have my trunk space. I was never going to use the spare tire anyways. It was a 15-inch diameter. I run 17s. And in the case that I do get a flat, I have roadside assistance, so I'm covered on that part. And while I'm in here, I also got one of these. It's a Element fire extinguisher stick. And what I love about this is it's so compact. It doesn't expire. You don't have to recharge it like you would a traditional fire extinguisher. And it also says it doesn't leave any residue. And you can just leave it in your car all year round. Doesn't matter if it's cold, hot, it'll be fine, good to go when you do need to use it. Hopefully I never have to use it, but in the case that I do, it's right here. I wouldn't want anything like this happening.
Oh, fuck, Ian!
So I got this Strut Bar. I have no idea what brand it is, but if it looks familiar, let me know in the comments below. And what I love about this Strut Bar is it conforms to the grooves on the shock tower. So it's kind of like the ones that came on the LTW or M3 GTs. Now the question is the Strut Bar worth it? If you could get a good deal, if you could spend less than $100, then yes, definitely go for it. If you're spending $200-300, I don't think it's worth it. It's more eye candy than anything. And honestly, the first drive after installing this, I did feel a difference. It felt more rigid in the front, which makes sense because it does connect these two shock towers together, so it makes the car a lot more rigid. But after that, I completely forgot that was there. So spend what you want on it. I'd spend less than 100. Anything over that, probably not worth your money. And then the final upgrade that I did in the past year was an M3 LSD. So the gear ratio is 3.38. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think those only came on automatic M3 convertibles, which were only sold from 97 to 99. So it's definitely a very uncommon gear ratio to find. The previous owner of the LSD beefed it up. So usually they come with 2 clutch plates and a spacer. He removed the spacer and added a 3rd clutch plate, which bumps up the lockup from 25% to 40%. I'm not gonna pretend to know what that means, but all I know is this car is a lot more fun to drive. With the LSD, you feel a lot more confident driving the car. I feel like you could push it harder. The rear end stays planted on corners, but if you do lose traction, it's very easy to control and it's predictable. As long as you have the right throttle and steering inputs, you can make the car do whatever you want. So for a non-M3 series, I definitely highly recommend getting an LSD. This is one of those things where once you have an LSD, you can never go back to an open diff. So I think that pretty much sums up what I've done to the car in the past year. The 3 big things were the Vaders, the sound system, and the LSD. Thank you guys for your patience. I know it's been a while since I last uploaded on YouTube. It's just sometimes I forget to record videos, but I'll try my best going forward. I do have a lot of things planned for the car. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and follow me on Instagram at kimchi_36. Until the next one, peace.